Hello and welcome to another one of my Curb Your videos. Today we're going to be talking about gender stereotyping. Yes, this is apparently a thing, and I can believe to a degree this is a thing, but I came across this video on YouTube. It was on Sky Months maybe up to a year ago, and this is to me the most ridiculous video. You'll recognise the woman in it. She is in a lot of videos that I do because she is a feminist activist, and she's basically one of the crazy feminists in the world. So have a little look at this video and we'll talk all the way through it.
So, why is it that young girls have such little belief in their own gender? Joining me from our central London studio to discuss this are Radhika Sangani, who is a writer for the Daily Telegraph, and Peter Lloyd, who is the author of Stand By Your Manhood, a game changer for modern men. A very good afternoon to you both. Radhika, if I could firstly start to you, I'd like to paint a picture for you. Say I've got a friend who's got twins, a boy and a girl, both of them 5 years of age. If he says to his son, "You're a clever boy, you're a strong boy, I'm going to get you a little truck so you can play with," but to his daughter, he says, "You're a pretty girl, let me get you this pink dress, I'm going to get you a doll." Is that fundamentally the problem here, the different perceptions, the different ways that boys and girls are treated from such a young age?
I think that's definitely one of the problems. I think also the scenario you've just depicted is actually really common. It's probably something I experienced myself when I was about 5 or 6. And it's one I continue to see today. I think the problem is just, there's so many things. It is the way parents talk to children. As you said, that the boy's told to be strong, clever, and I even sometimes have to control myself when I'm praising my young nieces to not tell them they're pretty. I just think it's become so ingrained in us that it's become a natural thing to do. But it's also, things they see just externally, whether it's toys or media, and the fact that, girls are given dolls. We've seen lots of instances of gendered clothing and toys, in toy stores, the pink aisle and the blue aisle. I think all of these things combined do kind of give children the idea that they've got certain roles and positions to fill in life.
Complete total nonsense. First of all, men will always say to their daughters, "Oh, you're pretty, you're beautiful." I'm not gender stereotyping that girl trying to say, "Oh, you're a little princess, blah, blah." That's what men do with their kids. I say to my boys, "You're handsome." So what, am I not supposed to say to my boys that you're handsome? I mean, come on, get a grip. And the reality is kids play with any toys they want. My boys at one point were playing with Frozen toys, which has been seen as a girl TV movie. So come on. I mean, this is literally just another thing to say feminism, "Oh, we're getting a rough ride." Give me a break.
Peter Lloyd, do you think we're reading a bit too much into this? Is it way too early to make these distinctions between boys and girls? I mean, surely we should wait till later life, shouldn't we?
Yeah, this study is laughably bad. It's not robust in the slightest. I mean, it is literally a case of feelings over fact. Girls outperform boys in virtually every academic domain. So whatever they feel aged 6 is irrelevant because it doesn't hold them back. Instead, this study and others like it should be focusing on the huge education gap which sees boys, particularly white working class boys, the worst performing demographic in schools. But of course it doesn't, because the author behind it is an ardent feminist who went out to try and prove a foregone conclusion. This is ridiculous. We shouldn't even be talking about it.
There you go. It's another feminist trying to say that women have got it hard. And the reality is women can get anything they want in this day and age. The pay gap is yes, it does happen in some cases, but it's slowly starting to change. You can't get away with anything anymore in a high-powered company because there is some woman or some feminist out there that is hunting you down.
I completely disagree with Peter.
Of course she disagrees. This is the woman that finds air conditioning sexist, that finds little girls that want to dress up in Moana costumes racist. I mean, this woman literally is hell-bent on just trying to stir up hatred between men and women, and to be fair, racism as well.
Firstly, I do, I completely accept that girls do tend to go on and do better academically at secondary school and university. But then when they enter the workplace, that's when you see the problem. You see a massive gender pay gap. You see girls not going into STEM careers, so science, technology and maths.
Fake news.
And sure they're doing well academically, but I think what this whole gender stereotypes thing does is it creates a lack of confidence, and it makes girls feel on some level that even though they're academically capable of doing everything a boy is, that they've got different paths to follow.
Absolute total crap. Of course there's different paths to follow. The reality is men can't have children. I mean, we wish we could, because then we could take the time off. But a lot of women do have children. And after they have children, some women, well, majority of women like to stay off for a little bit of time to look after the child. It's a bond between a mother and a child. So yes, of course it's going to be different. The reality is, though, you just want to make everything about, we've got it hard. Well, you haven't got it hard. This isn't the 1960s anymore.
As Radhika was saying, I mean, in later life, you do see that there is a lack of women in professions such as engineering, in mathematics. So can we draw a direct line between young children, the way they are treated at such an early age, and the fact that we do have a lack of women in professions such as the ones I've just mentioned?
No, this is the same old lazy left rhetoric that we hear all the time. Look, statistical disparities don't necessarily mean that there is discrimination at play. There are elemental differences between the genders, and women and men like to make different choices as a whole. Not all, some, but you cannot say that there is discrimination at play. Look at women in other sciences, and such as biology and veterinary science. They dominate these areas. They also dominate medicine. So to say that they're being repressed from the age of 6 is absolutely bonkers. And if we're saying that there is a problem and it happens in primary schools, well, the majority of primary school teachers are female, so this is something that clearly female teachers are doing to pupils, so it's got nothing to do with men and this mythical patriarchy myth.
What happens between those ages, between 5 and 6, that the gap does exist?
I think it's probably just as they get older and they're exposed to more media, more influences. Maybe it's the different kinds of television shows they're watching. Maybe they're seeing more music videos. Like if you turn on a music channel, you do still see that same thing of like the scantily clad girls surrounding the guy. You do still see these images, and I just think that it's that difference and the fact that that's what they're seeing. And, I know Peter doesn't think this is an issue, but at the same time, you can't ignore the statistics that show that children are being given, there's a gender pay gap in pocket money. There was a study that showed this really recently.
Oh, for goodness sake, this is ridiculous.
I just think, but I mean, it's true that this is what's happening.
Between the ages of 5 and 6, it doesn't matter anyway. Children are children. Girls are girls. Girls are girls. Boys are boys. Boys are boys. And to come out with that sentence that there is a gender pay gap in pocket money, come on, get a grip. This is the stupid sort of crap that is filling these children's minds and filling people's minds. Is this woman in for real? A gender pay gap in pocket money? If I've got a son and a daughter, I'm not going to give my son £1.50 and then my kid £1. Come on. This woman literally just wants a bloody argument, for Christ's sake.
And
it's not true.
I think it's just a really subconscious thing that parents and teachers are doing. And Peter said it could be female teachers. Sure, I don't think anyone's saying that men are the problem in perpetuating these stereotypes. They can affect men as well. I think society as a whole is creating this problem.
Look, Radhika, with all due respect, you believe that air conditioning is sexist, so I'm not surprised that you think there is some huge conspiracy against 6-year-old girls. There isn't. All of the empirical data shows that girls are outperforming boys in every academic domain. Young female graduates dominate universities. Women in the workplace are out-earning their young male counterparts. I am sorry, but if there is a patriarchy, it's absolutely rubbish and ineffective.
Radhika?
In no way is this a conspiracy. I don't have some sort of bizarre personal agenda.
She does have a personal agenda, though. She has got a personal agenda. She is a well-known feminist. She comes on this TV show, goes on about the bloody air conditioning. Not only that, there's another video which I'm working on. She thinks that the Moana costume is racist. She's constantly going on and saying that pocket money is different between children. I mean, come on. there is conspiracy. She's part of the conspiracy. She is one of the women who is destroying the name feminist and taking that word and making it mean far right radical feminism. Not equality, just about trying to get one over because maybe a man's done better than her in something. Good God.
What I'm trying to say is that feminism is about equality, and what this study is showing is that there is a lack of equality for children, and these gender stereotypes do go on to affect both boys and girls in damaging ways. Like, I completely understand that there are lots of problems that affect boys. You know, there is that educational gap that affects white working class boys.
About, of course.
And what the idea of feminism is to promote equality, and I think the goal very much is that if boys and girls are treated equally at such a young age, those changes will go on to follow them throughout their lives and hopefully lead to a better outcome for everybody.
Feminism does not mean that anymore. This is total crap. Feminism means one thing: crazy radical feminists who literally want to make an argument about everything going on in the world. This woman is deluded. She's deluded. At the end of the day, if I have a little girl, I'm going to call her princess. She can be whatever she wants to be. And I'm pretty sure that most people say that to their children. And if I'm going to have a boy, he can be whatever he wants to be, even a ballet dancer. But the point is, this woman and these stupid ideas that between the ages of 5 and 6 can change a perspective of a child. And, you know, different pocket money. I mean, come on. This is what's wrong with society. The fact that we even are having this on Sky News. Absolutely atrocious. Thank you for watching. Please watch the other videos which are either side of me. And please click subscribe for more videos. And if you've got any comments or you've got any ideas for future videos you want me to look into, then please let me know. The next video will be about racism. It's quite a topical thing, but it's coming on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.